Hi guys, so something a little different today. I thought I would show you guys my favorite brushes. So I have them all set aside in this cute little kitty cup I got at Marshall's. I'm gonna do this kind of organized. I'm gonna start with eyes, do like blending brushes, flat brushes, that kind of stuff. I'm just gonna kind of go in the order I do my makeup in generally. So yeah, if you are interested in brushes, almost all of these are drugstore, and literally the only brush that's in here that's not like a drugstore price point is like super expensive, but just wait till I get to that one. But yeah, most of these are drugstore. I don't like buying high-end brushes. I don't like spending that much money on brushes, so I don't. So these are really cheap, inexpensive options, and these are good options. These are brushes that I genuinely love. I use them every day. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get into it. I'm going to start with brushes that I use for my eyebrows. Now this first one, it's not really necessarily that this specific brush is a favorite, but having a standalone spoolie that's not attached to a eyebrow pencil is one of the best things you can do for yourself. This one's from Morphe. You can get them super cheap. Yeah, there's cat hair on it, sorry. But you can get them super cheap. If I can find just this individual Morphe one, I will link it below. But really any spoolie brush will do, but you really need to have just a spoolie by itself in your collection. And wash your spoolies. I know so many people that don't wash their spoolies because they don't like get a lot of product on them or whatever, but they can still harbor bacteria, which can cause you to break out and cause infections in your skin. So wash your spoolies when you wash your brushes, please. Please. Now, I almost hate to show you this one because I'm pretty sure I bought it in a set that you can no longer get, but my favorite brush for eyebrows is this Real Techniques, what is this? This is called a definer brush. It has the thinnest little point on it, I don't know if you can see, and it's angled just perfectly. I really hope I can find this, and Real Techniques, please make this an individual brush. That's the one thing, like, I love Real Techniques brushes, but so much of their stuff comes in like sets and then like you can't find it individually, and that kind of bothers me, but they still make really good brushes, and you can find a lot of them individually. It seems like it's just like the smaller brushes that you can't find individually. To clean up my eyebrows, I like to use this Real Techniques brush. As you can see, I've had it for so long that literally none of the wording is left on it, so I will figure out what brush this is. But this is perfect. You put a little bit of concealer under your eyebrows and you can just take this and get right up against your eyebrow and blend that concealer out. It's just perfect for detailed work like that. The next brush I wanted to show you, excuse it, it's dirty. I've already used it today, but I love to blend out eyeshadow base with this. This is a Real Techniques base shadow brush. Now it would be great for blending too, like really soft blending, but I like to use this to set a base down for my eyeshadow and just blend it out. It's nice and soft. It gives you a lot of coverage really quickly. But yeah, that's just the brush I like to use to blend out base. Sorry if I'm going through this kind of quickly and you can't see the brushes real well. At the end, I am going to insert some close-up clips of each individual brush, so you can get an idea of what it looks like up close and stuff. But I want to get into blending brushes now. I have several of these. So I'm going to start out. This is a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro No. 5 brush. The BH Cosmetics Studio Pro line is like my favorite line of brushes. I love the eye brushes so much. They have that soft grip material for a handle that's so comfortable to hold on to. Don't mind her, she's a little stained. But this is great for just buffing out color in the crease, just a all over wash of color for a transition shade or whatever. Definitely my go-to for that. Next we have a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro No. 6 brush. It's kind of like a smaller version of the brush I just showed you. It's a little bit more tapered at the end and smaller. I like to use this for a little bit more detailed blending, like closer to the crease, you know, when you want to add a second color in. But this brush is perfect for that. Next we have a Luxie 205 brush. I got this in an Ipsy bag. I'm pretty sure it's still available, but I will find it and link it. This is just another great all-over blending brush. It's nice soft material. This brush, I've had this brush for a really long time and it's held up so well. It's been washed a million times and It has not lost any bristles, it's not frayed, so I definitely recommend these. I really need to get more Luxie brushes because I think they're at an affordable price point also. If you can hear the birds and the cicadas outside, the window's open so that the cats can go out and enjoy their day. Next we have a Morphe, what is this? M433 brush. This again, it's a little bit more of a tapered blending brush. This is good for in the crease, blending out outer edges. This one is a little frayed, but it's been abused. But yeah, this is definitely one of my favorite brushes for the crease. And then I apologize in advance if I can't find and link this one. This came in a Wet n Wild holiday set, but I believe most of their brushes that came in their holiday sets are now part of their like pro line. So I don't have a name for this brush, but it's just a smaller, it's even smaller than the Morphe one I just showed you, but a small like tapered blending brush. Again, crease work, it's great, especially if you're gonna lay down like a few different colors. This is great for getting right in the crease, but still having the ability to blend real well. Now I want to show you all of my favorite tiny blending brushes. So we're going to start with the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 8 brush. This brush has a real small tip. It's great for detail work. It's great for detailed blending. This one's, I just washed it and it's still kind of not gone back how it needs to be, but yeah, these are great for more detailed, more precise blending. Also the Morphe M507, this one's, the bristles on this one are just a little bit softer than the BH Cosmetics one. The BH Cosmetics one, the bristles are a little more dense. So this is just great for detailed blending. Really not much more I can say about it than that. BH Cosmetics V15 brush, again, just a small little blender. This one's a little bit shorter than the other BH Cosmetics one. These are just great for really detailed blends. And then the BH Cosmetics V20. I don't use this brush often, but I'm always glad that I have it when I do use it. It's real soft, as you can see, like the bristles bend really easy. It's not very dense. So you're not gonna get a lot of color payoff with it because it's so just soft. But when you need to blend a really, really small little area, this is perfect. I mean, it's so small and it's so precise, but it's fluffy enough that you can get a nice blend going. Okay, next up we have flat eye brushes. First, and probably my favorite, is the Morphe M421. I think on their website it's technically labeled as a concealer brush, but I use it for eyeshadow. It's great for cutting the crease. As you can see, it's real thin and it's got a real precise edge on it. Great for cut creases, great for laying down precise color, laying down all over color. This is just definitely one of my favorite brushes. I have several of them in my collection because I go through so many of them. I use them almost every time I do my makeup. Then next we have a BH Cosmetics Studio Pro number 9, which is really similar to the Morphe brush I just showed you. It's just a little bit thicker, but this is great for packing on color. And then we have a Real Techniques pointed liner brush. Now, I don't really see how someone's gonna use this for liner. Mine might be a little frayed out because I've had it forever, but this is great for cut creases and really precise like concealer work on your eyes because it's so small, but it's dense enough that it holds product and you can get enough concealer to cut your crease and blend it out a little bit. Okay, just a couple more eye brushes and one tool that I wanted to show you. This is a Real Techniques smudge brush. This is great for the lower lash line. I like using this one for right up against my lash line, and this one, which is the Precision Smudge Brush, for blending out, because this one is actually a little bit more dense than this one. This one has a little bit more play to it. So I use this one for blending and this one for kind of packing on the color on my lower lash line. You might notice I don't have a eyeliner brush, and it's because I have yet to find one that I really like. Most of the time I use like pin felt tip eyeliners anyway, so I don't have a need that often for a actual liner brush. If you have suggestions for an eyeliner brush, please let me know down below because I really would like to have a good one in my collection. I just have not yet found one that I think is amazing or anything like that, so let me know. And then, not really a brush but a tool. This from Ulta Beauty, this eyelash tool, is amazing for helping you get your eyelashes on. It's curved, so it fits right up against your eye. You don't have to worry about poking your eye out with tweezers. You can kind of clamp your real eyelash and your fake eyelash together a little bit, just squeeze them together so that they blend in together better. But this tool, I use this tool every time I put my lashes on. It makes it so much easier. Okay, now on to face brushes and tools. This will be quick because I am definitely a creature of habit when it comes to my face tools. I stick with the same things. I really don't stray unless they are really dirty or I just washed them and they're not dry yet. But I don't like to use a brush for foundation generally. There is cat hair on everything, I swear. I like to use the Eco Tools sponge for my foundation. These sponges are so inexpensive. I think they're $4.99 at Ulta, I believe, and they run them on sale a lot. They'll do buy one get one half off. They'll do them, you know, like 40% off sometimes. These are great sponges. These are my favorite sponges. I've had beauty blenders and stuff before, but I really don't see the reason to spend the money on a sponge, you know. So this is my favorite foundation applicator. Now, if I am going to use a brush to put on my foundation, my favorite is this Artis brush. It's a Oval 7. These are expensive. I am in no way suggesting that you need to spend $80 on a brush to get your foundation to come out good, because you don't. My husband was sweet and bought me one of these for Christmas when they were like, you know, all the rage kind of thing. And I do really like the brush. Like, I don't think you're going to be disappointed if you buy one at all. They're really good brushes. It really puts on the foundation well, but I'm cheap and $80. It will be useful if you have the money and you feel like spending the money. Yes, it's not a bad brush at all. It's a really good brush, but it's just more money than I want to spend, and I prefer a sponge anyway. But if you're looking to splurge on this. Now for powder, I feel like this is kind of cheating because I don't honestly know if you can get this brush, but Ashlyn got me this brush at Marshall's and it is my favorite powder brush. It's so fluffy. It's got powder in it, as you can see. Now it says Kayla, I don't know how you pronounce that, on the handle. So if I can find this, I will link it, but I'm not sure because it was from Marshall's, and you know how stuff from Marshall's, like, you find it once and you can never find it again. But if you find one of these, you need to get it. I know it looks kind of like it would be like cheap and cheesy because it's all unicorny and the bristles are rainbow colored, but it's seriously the best powder brush I've ever used in my life. And it's cute, so that's just a bonus. Contour, I have two brushes. This Wet n Wild brush, which I will have to link down below because it does not have a name on it. And then this Real Technique sculpting brush. This is great for if you want a softer contour, and this is great for a more precise contour. This one's a lot denser, and this one's a lot softer. Both great for contour though. For blush, I'm not much of a blush person, so I just use this this Wet n Wild brush. I will find it and link it. Again, it's one of those brushes that came in a holiday set, so I'm pretty sure it's part of their pro line, but I'm not 100% sure. It's just a nice little soft, slightly dense brush, and it's just good for just packing right on the cheek. For like a soft bronze, I like to use this Wet n Wild brush. Again, it's one of the ones that doesn't have a label on it. I will find it and link it. It's just real soft. It's not very dense at all. It's great for just kind of, you know, just throwing a little bit of powder on. I prefer these little tapered brushes over fan brushes for highlighter. I just find that they do a more precise job. Again, Wet n Wild came in a holiday set. This one though, I'm almost like 100% sure is in their pro line. I know you can get this one, so I will link it. And then last but not least, my favorite nose contour brush. This is a Expert Concealer brush from Real Techniques. This is so great. You can get right up on your nose and create a nice precise line and then blend it out. And this is my holy grail for nose contouring. I love this brush so much. If I ever lost it, I think I would be heartbroken. Literally heartbroken. Okay guys, and that was it for my favorite brushes. a lot of BH Cosmetics, a lot of Morphe, a lot of Real Techniques, several Wet n Wild brushes. Like I said, I like drugstore brushes. I like drugstore makeup. I don't have a lot of money to spend, and I like to spend it wisely. So you can get just as good quality at the drugstore as you can from high-end stuff. I mean, nowadays there's really no need to feel like you need to spend the money on high-end to get good makeup or good brushes. It's just, there's so much good stuff at the drugstore. I mean, there really is. So if you're looking to get brushes all from one place, I would say go with BH Cosmetics. Their Studio Pro line is my favorite line of eye brushes. I have not tried, I don't have any of their face brushes. I assume they're just as good. I collect eye brushes. Thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. If I come across new brushes I like in the future, I'll definitely do another one of these, but for right now, I've been stuck on the BH Cosmetics Studio Pro brushes and the Morphe ones I showed you for months, after long searches of trying to find brushes that were perfect for me. But yeah, I will talk to you guys later. Have a good day, and I will see you again Friday, hopefully. Don't quote me on that, but I'm thinking Friday. Yeah.